This fire should have burned out decades ago, but it didn't. In the middle of a desert in Turkmenistan, there is a giant crater that has been burning non-stop for over 50 years. Day and night, summer and winter. The flames never stop. Locals call it the door to hell, and once you see it, you'll understand why. At first glance, it looks like something from another world. A massive hole in the ground, over 70 meters wide, filled with hundreds of flames, fire bursting from every direction. The ground itself seems to be alive, breathing fire into the night sky. Standing near the edge, you can feel the heat on your face and hear the constant roar of burning gas. It feels dangerous, unstable, like the earth itself has been torn open. But how did this place form? And why has it been burning for so long? The story begins during the Soviet era. In 1971, a group of geologists arrived in this region. They were searching for natural gas. This area is part of one of the largest gas reserves in the world. So they started drilling, but something went wrong, very wrong. As they drilled, the ground beneath them suddenly collapsed. The drilling site gave way, and the earth opened up into a massive crater. The geologists quickly realized they had hit a gas pocket, a huge underground reserve of methane gas, and it was leaking rapidly, dangerously. Methane is highly flammable, but even worse, it is toxic. If released in large amounts, it can be deadly. The scientists needed a solution, fast. So they made a decision that would change everything. They decided to set it on fire. The plan seemed simple. Burn gas away, let it burn for a few days, maybe a week, and then the fire would go out. The danger would be gone. Problem solved. At least, that's what they thought. But they were wrong. Very wrong. The fire did not go out. Days passed, then weeks, then months, and still the flames continued. Years went by, then decades, and the crater kept burning. More than 50 years later, it is still on fire. No one knows exactly when it will stop, because the gas supply is still feeding the flames deep underground. The fuel continues, and the fire keeps burning. Today, the crater is known as Darvaza Gas Crater, but most people know it by another name, the door to hell. At night, the crater becomes even more terrifying. The flames glow brighter. The entire pit lights up the desert, orange, red, yellow, fire dances across the surface. It looks like a portal, a gateway to something below, something unknown. Standing at the edge, you might feel something strange, the heat rising upward, the ground slightly trembling, the sound of fire echoing from within. It feels almost alive, like the earth is breathing fire. And yet, people travel from all over the world to see it. Tourists camp nearby, waiting for sunset, because that is when the crater truly reveals itself, when darkness falls and the flames take over. Some visitors describe it as mesmerizing. Others say it is terrifying. But almost everyone agrees on one thing: it does not feel natural. The idea that this fire has been burning for over half a century is hard to comprehend. Think about it. This flame has been alive longer than many people, burning continuously, never stopping. And what makes it even more disturbing is that it was never meant to last. This was supposed to be a temporary solution, a small fire, a controlled burn. But it became something else, something much bigger. Today, scientists and officials have debated whether to extinguish it. There have been plans to close the crater, to stop the fire, to seal it. But none of those plans have succeeded, because putting out a fire like this is not simple. The gas source runs deep underground, and stopping it could be extremely difficult or even dangerous. So the crater remains burning, unstoppable. But the door to hell is more than just a fire. It is a reminder of how powerful nature can be and how small mistakes can create massive consequences. What started as a simple drilling operation became one of the strangest man-made disasters on Earth, a burning crater that refuses to die. And yet, there is something fascinating about it. a strange beauty in the flames. The way they move, the way they glow, the way they light up, the darkness. It is dangerous, unpredictable, but also impossible to ignore. If you ever stood in front of it, you might feel both fear and curiosity, because deep down, humans are drawn to things like this, things that feel forbidden. And that is exactly what the door to hell feels like. A place you should not go, but still want to see. As long as the gas continues, the fire will burn day after day, year after year, decade after decade. And somewhere in the middle of the desert, this massive crater will keep glowing like a wound in the earth. The door to hell is not a myth. It is real, still burning, right now. And if you think this is the only place on Earth that looks impossible, there are others. Strange places, alien landscapes, locations that feel like they belong on another planet. Because the truth is, Earth is far more mysterious than we think. But there is something even more unsettling about the door to hell. What if this fire is not just burning gas? What if it is revealing something beneath the surface, deep underground? This region holds one of the largest natural gas reserves on Earth. Vast networks of gas pockets stretch for kilometers, invisible, silent, but extremely powerful. The crater we see today might only be a small opening to something much larger. Below, some scientists believe the fire could continue for decades more, maybe even longer, because no one knows exactly how much gas is still underground. It could take years or centuries before it finally runs out. And that raises a strange question. What happens when the fire finally stops? Will the crater collapse? Will it become silent or reveal something completely unexpected? There is no clear answer, because this situation was never supposed to happen. Over the years, there have been attempts to study the crater more closely. Scientists have measured temperature levels, gas emissions, air composition, trying to understand what is really happening inside the pit.